Good afternoon. My name is Aileen Fernandes, and I'm our Chief Business Officer at Arcellx. Today, I'm excited to share with you more about our company, the progress that we've made to date on our lead program, an autologous CAR T in multiple myeloma, and our plans to continue to advance our pipeline and reimagine cell therapy. Throughout this presentation, I'll be making forward-looking statements. I'll direct you to the SEC filings on our website for more information. At Arcellx, we are passionate about our mission. We are dedicated to advancing humanity by engineering cell therapies that are safer, more effective, and more broadly accessible. We believe that cell therapy is one of the forward pillars of the future of medicine. Today, disrupting hematologic cancers, but with the potential to move to solid tumors and even beyond oncology through advanced technologies. And we're doing this at Arcellx by reimagining cell therapy. That starts with our novel synthetic binding domain, which we call our D domain. Our D domain is our core differentiation, and it powers our platform. Our D domain has also been validated in the clinic through our positive preliminary clinical results. This June at ASCO, we presented updated data from our phase 1 clinical trial in multiple myeloma and demonstrated 100% overall response rate and deep, durable responses. This is a potential best-in-class therapy and a significant market opportunity. Multiple myeloma impacts over 100,000 patients annually, and we believe that in the future, CAR T will be an over $10 billion market. Beyond our lead program, Arcellx has a robust pipeline, and we are excited about our platform potential as we expand into more indications in the future. By the end of this year, we will have initiated our phase 2 pivotal in our lead program for multiple myeloma, as well as 2 additional phase 1 clinical trials in our pipeline. Overall, we have the right foundations, but are also built for success. This year, we've continued to publish data on our phase 1 clinical trial, but we've also had a successful IPO and follow-on this June. We have the right team and the right strategy to execute on our pipeline and our mission. So let's dive in. And that starts with our core differentiation, our D domain, which is our novel synthetic binding domain, which you can see here on the right. Compared to other binders that are traditionally used in CAR T, scFvs being the most common, and bivalent camelid, which is the binder currently used by Legend, you can see that our D domain is a lot smaller and a lot simpler. Simplicity. When you ask cells to manufacture this more simple structure, we're seeing that you're able to more consistently and reliably. And we're seeing that our D domain has this manufacturing advantage, but also that our D domain structure has been designed to enhance both safety and efficacy as well. And that's through the 3 key attributes. Number 1 is a high transduction efficiency. In our manufacturing process, because of our D domain, we're seeing a higher percentage of CAR-positive cells, which leads to a potentially lower dose and a lower toxicity and potentially the safety differentiation and profile that we're seeing in the clinic today. We're also seeing a higher surface expression. This means that if you look at our cells, they're more highly decorated with our D domain, which potentially improves binding, leading to deep, durable responses. Lastly, what we're not seeing is important here as well. We're not seeing the typical tonic signaling and aggregation of these cells, which often leads to T cell exhaustion. This is also playing out from an efficacy standpoint. The structure of our D domain has these advantages, but it has also been validated in the clinic today. And I'm excited to share with you our potential best-in-class therapy for patients with multiple myeloma. In June, we presented updated data at ASCO on our phase 1 clinical study and demonstrated 100% overall response rate and a CR rate of 71%. We also demonstrated deepening durable responses in a patient population with poor prognostic factors. In our phase 1 study, we're also seeing a potential safety differentiation with 0% grade 3 CRS. Safety is important because safety translates to access. As we have conversations with physicians, with this potential safety profile, we're able to potentially treat patients in earlier line, but also potentially in an outpatient setting as well. In our phase 1 study, we took a look at 2 dose levels, one at the 100 million dose level and another at the 300 million dose level. And what we saw was a similar efficacy with a slightly favorable safety profile at that 100 million dose level. And that's the dose level that we moved forward with in our phase 1 expansion. And that's also the 100 million dose level is what we'll be moving forward with when we initiate our phase 2 pivotal study by the end of this year. We have seen our D-domain structure have advantages from both a safety and efficacy standpoint, but also from manufacturing. We have a 100% manufacturing success rate today in all of our patients treated in our phase 1 study. As you can see, we published manufacturing data for all 31 patients, and the distribution is narrow across all 31 patients. It's a consistent and reliable process. And that's important, especially as we execute and scale this process. Scalability is important because multiple myeloma is a significant market opportunity. Multiple myeloma is the 3rd most common blood cancer and impacts over 100,000 patients annually. This is an incurable disease, and the limited therapies available today make up an $18 billion global market. We believe that CAR T will be an over $10 billion market in the future, especially as we move to earlier lines of patients. This is why, following enrollment of our pivotal, we are also initiating our Imagine-2 trial, which is our earlier line trial, so we will be moving forward with our therapy in earlier lines of patients. Our D-domain has shown its advantages of a potential best-in-class therapy for patients with multiple myeloma. But we're also excited for the potential that our D-domain has beyond our lead program, as we apply it to solid tumors in the future and allogeneic strategies as well. We're also excited to apply our D-domain technology to our Arcellx novel cell therapy. Our Arcellx is a modular therapy, and the platform consists of a Sparx protein that has been engineered to target a tumor cell, as well as an Arc T cell, a universal T cell that is dosed separately and only activated when it's engaged with the Sparx protein that is bound to a tumor cell. Our Arcellx platform is a controllable, adaptable platform and is already in the clinic today. Earlier this year, we initiated our phase 1 clinical study for our Arcellx in multiple myeloma. And by the end of this year, we'll also be initiating an additional phase 1 clinical study for AML and CD123. AML is a challenging disease given the heterogeneity of the disease. And we believe that our Arcellx platform really has an advantage here, giving its ability to be both controllable and adaptable and address the multiple antigens through multiple Sparx proteins. We're also excited to apply our D-domain technology and our Arcellx technology to additional indications in the future, such as solid tumors, and believe that both our D-domain and Arcellx has an advantage here to tackle some of the challenges that we're seeing today. Overall, Arcellx has a robust pipeline. This year, we continue to publish data on our phase 1 clinical trial. By the end of this year, we'll have advanced that lead program into pivotal, as well as 2 additional phase 1 clinical trials in our novel Arcellx platform. In the next year, we'll continue to provide updates on our clinical trials as we execute on our near-term milestones. Today, I've shared with you more about our D-domain technology and how that's been validated through our potential best-in-class therapy for patients with multiple myeloma, as well as enabled our Arcellx platform. But beyond these foundations, as an organization, we're built to be successful. We have the right team in place, a brilliant team that's diverse and has experience across cell therapy and also commercializing products as well. We have the right strategy and are focused on elements such as CMC, a critical area that we need to be focused on as we execute and scale. Lastly, we have the right pipeline and are committed to reimagining cell therapy. Thank you.